Hey, we're KTJ and Carly, and this is our single Cherry Coke, and it's available on all platforms.
Flows like liquid gold, sweet sensations, imaginations going wild. Tastes like cherry coke, sweet temptations, no limitations, make it worth my while. Make me hazy, wish you could see your touch like the way I do. Drives me crazy, wish you could see yourself from a point of view. Yeah, make my heart go ooh. You make me feel brand new. I think I'm bound to lose. You make my heart go ooh. Reckless nights with you make me lose my logic. I don't want to stop it, even if it's toxic. Those things you do, you take away my caution. So hypnotic, like my own narcotic. Hate me hazy, wish you could feel your touch like the way I do. Drives me crazy, wish you could see yourself from a point of view. Ooh, you made me feel brand new. I think I'm bound to lose. You make my heart go Don't let me go, don't cut me loose, don't tell me no, no. Don't let me go, don't cut me loose, don't tell me no, no. Don't let me go, don't cut me loose, don't tell me no, no. Cherry Coke, you made my heart go ooh. You made me feel brand new. I think I'm bound to lose. You make my heart go
This next song is our newest single called Hidden, and it's available on all platforms, so go check it out.
Unpacking all the clutter in my head, fears in my bed, I ignored them instead. Attacking all the words left unsaid, never I rest to live for the dead. When me see you like it, but baby, chaotic is all that I've known. My lies are deceiving, your impulse is bleeding, but I'm damned if you don't. I am hidden in the dark, you'll see me when I want you most. You are ridden with the dark, hope you have fun chasing the ghost. My city's to rise, they got you surprised. You were blind, compromised, and borrowed. And I am hidden you're too nice to hang with my vices. I'll ask the questions, what's your advice? I wouldn't trust me, it looks like you love me. Cause I'm easy, you like it, it's tasty like chocolate all over your lips. My life starts to deepen, your impulse is bleeding, and I crave it. You were blind, compromised, and borrowed. And I am hidden in the dark, a little bit of wicked. I'm summoning my ghosts and scared to let them go. I'm scared to let them go. No, I'm shaking in my bones, my demons exposed. You leave me alone. Hey, hey, I am
This next song is called Roller Coaster, and it's available on all platforms as well, so go check it out.
Picking up hobbies, replacing your friends. Every move that you make, good luck making a mess. Preoccupied with wasting my time, won't look my way, no matter the crowd. Now I'm sitting on the back of a roller coaster, fragments of the sun start bleeding over, over. But you seem unstable. I need somebody much more able to come down, or come down. So hey, just let him go. Just let him go. Just let him. You settle down so that you weren't alone. You'd rather be bored than to face the unknown. Preoccupied with wasting my time, won't look my way, no matter the crime. I'm sitting in the back of a roller coaster, friends, so the sun start bleeding over, over. I want you, but you seem unstable. I need somebody much more able to come down. Just let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go. Don't blink, you'll miss it. My heart won't take no prisoners. Don't blink, you'll miss it. My heart won't take no. Don't blink, you'll miss it. My heart won't take no. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Now I'm sitting in the back of a roller coaster, fragments of the sun start bleeding over, over. I want you, but you seem unstable. I need somebody much more able to come down, or come down. So hey, just let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go.
This next song we're going to sing is called Sell Your Soul, and it's one of our favorites. It's on our debut EP, Identity, that we released in 2020, and it has a special place in our hearts, so it'd be amazing if you could go stream it, share it, save it, etc.
Drag my feet along, told myself I wouldn't. Up the hills we go, I just hope it's worth it. I lost my friends to the crowd, should've known when I moved into this town. Fake faces all around, don't chase the fame. You can let it go, go home, clear your head. I know you're ready to stay here instead. Don't lie to yourself, go ahead, put that ego back up on the shelf. The longer you stay, the more you get played. It's such a cliche, you can let it go, oh, 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 before you sell your soul, oh, 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 oh. Now I'm seeing red, this was bound to happen. In our court of war, we see cosmetic smiles and captions. I lost my friends to the crowd, should've known when I moved into this town. Fake faces all around, don't chase the fame. You can let it go, go home, clear your head. I know you'd rather stay here instead. Don't lie to yourself, go ahead, put that ego back up on the shelf. The longer you stay, the more you get played. It's such a cliche, you can let it go, oh, 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 before you sell your soul, oh, oh. Why we at this LA party, getting kinda loud, girls all look like Barbie. They all wanna be stars like Dolly, but the greats on copies. You can let it go, go home, clear your head. I know you'd rather stay here instead. Don't lie to yourself, go ahead, put that ego back up on the shelf. The longer you stay, the more you get played. It's such a cliche, you can let it go, oh, 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 before you sell your soul, oh, oh.
So for our final song, we're going to be singing Let Me In, which is also on Identity, our EP, and you should check it out. Yeah, this is Let Me In.
Wake up and the moon is gone, sun is up, you left what went wrong. I thought you wear it off, but the only taste I taste is you. Baby, what if I want more? I keep on falling, I keep on wanting. You hide all your identities, keep up facades for amenities. Baby, just let me in, just let me in, just let me in. Just let me in, just let me in. Come on, let me in, just let me. Off to bed and I feel withdrawn, cause you're lying there and your emotions turned off. Around your friends I'm a piece of me, but I know that you see what we could be. Maybe there is a reason why you only come through late. I've never seen you cry, dying. Can't do it one more time. I keep on falling, I keep on wanting. You hide all your identities, keep up facades for bullshit amenities. Baby, just let me in, just let me in, just let me in. Just let me in, just let me in. Come on, let me in, just let you're a hypocrite. You leave me every time, acting like you're fucking done with it. But are you done with it? Are you even down for this? Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie, just let me in. I keep on falling. I keep on wanting. You hide all your identities, keep up facades for bullshit amenities. Baby, just let me in, just let me in, just let me in. Just let me in. Come on, let me in. Just let me.
Thank you guys.
So my first question is, how did you guys get into music individually and then like together?
We both have always done music our whole life, but when we were graduating high school, we were like, wait, why aren't we doing this together? Because like we're both kind of like, we both have the same goals and we're both like, we both have the same passions. Why not like combine them and like double the impact, I guess.
Yeah. So like we both were, always wanting to do music, but we both kind of wanted to do something different at first. I was wanting to do musical theater for a really long time, and she was wanting to do, just solely music production. And so we kind of ventured off when we were in high school, and then we came back together after we graduated, just like she said, just because we kind of both found something that we loved in music. And yeah, so that's kind of how we came together.
How did you each get into music like on your own?
We always have been singing since we were out of the womb, and our family is very supportive in music, and they've always like encouraged us to express ourselves through music. And it's just kind of always been like secondhand nature to us, or is that the right word? And it's just always been something that's really been a big part of us. So, I mean, I can't think of a particular moment when we're like, oh my God, like this is it, like this is what we're doing. But yeah, we just have always done it, and it's always been something that has really like spiced up our life, I guess. So
yeah, I'd say like for me, the moment that I at least knew we were going to get into music, and that this was the road we were going to take was, it was one night when we had like a family gathering, and my dad was playing the guitar and Katie was on the piano, like, and me and my dad were playing guitar, and my cousin was on the drum set, and we were having kind of this huge family jam sesh. And I just realized how much love was created through music, and it made me realize that there wasn't anything else that I would wanted to do. So that's kind of where I think it started for me.
Awesome. So how did you two like come to the sound and style that you guys have now?
I think we grew up on a lot of, Bonnie Raitt, Elton John, just like classic artists, Carly Simon, Billy Joel, Van Morrison. And we always loved that classic sound sort of. And those sounds really inspired us in the beginning. And then as we grew up and started to get more into music and venture off in our own genres, we found that we loved EDM music and R&B and rock. And so from there, we kind of tried to experiment a little bit by merging all of our favorite genres together, which sort of ended up being pop, but then, it kind of has little,
it's like subgenres.
Yeah, subgenres and little fusions of R&B here in the vocals and rock in the production and a little bit of electronic music. And I really feel like our sound has just kind of come from not boxing ourselves in, we love harmonies, and that is one thing that we'll always keep in all of our songs. And kind of that elusive sound is something that we always strive for, but we're always trying to, do something different every time and not box ourselves in.
We never know like what song we're gonna or genre we'll get when we go into a writing session. So it's kind of exciting that way. We're like, I wonder what we're gonna do today.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds so fun. So for your new single, which just came out and is absolutely gorgeous, by the way, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So what was the story behind like writing and putting together that song?
Yeah, so Hidden is about moments where you're in a relationship or just like talking to someone and like you feel insecure about parts of yourself, so you like want to just hide. And I feel like a lot of people, especially now with like quarantine and COVID, like we just like want to hide ourselves and like go away from the light, because and like not like the light and dark, but like I mean like literally like showing ourselves, because we're afraid that like people won't accept us for who we are, and like that people will judge us. And it's kind of just about letting people know that that is totally normal, and most people are like that, and that you have no reason to like not be 100% your authentic self. And yeah, so
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think when we were writing it, we were kind of just talking about like our inner demons too, and just how when I'm in front of someone, I try to hide, all my insecurities and all my flaws. And I think as humans, we always do that. Just, we don't want people to think that we have anything but a perfect life, especially with social media and the age of technology. We we want everyone to think we have a perfect life, but we don't. Nobody does. And so in a sense, everybody's hidden a part of their true selves. So yeah, and I think that was a big inspiration when we wrote the song.
Yeah. Were you guys drawing off of like a particular experience or just your experiences in general?
We wrote it in Halloween, so like that's why you will find a lot of like spooky elements in
Yeah.
it. But as far as like a certain experience, like I feel like in general we just kind of like we kind of just went for a more broad aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I found I have definitely experienced
Totally.
this. I feel like in a lot of the relationships that I've had, I find myself holding back, closing off, and putting up a wall. So I mean, definitely I have many experiences with that, but it wasn't off of like a particular one. It's just kind of like a broad term, like, hello, this is me, I have commitment issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she said, like it was really, we kind of just started off, like as far as inspiration goes, we kind of just started off writing. We're like, it's Halloween, let's write something spooky. So you hear the words like bones, ghosts, sinister, words like that, and from there it kind of just turned into a metaphor for our flaws.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. There's a lot of really, really great things in that song. Would you be able to tell me a little bit more about like the writing process that you guys use, or?
Yeah,
so we started off with a chord progression, and then
so we wrote this on Zoom with Meg DeLacy. She's really cool. She's a great writer, and she's an actress too. And we were writing together, and it was all on Zoom. So we started off with the chord progression, like, oh, I really like this. And then, we kind of just started writing. It all kind of came really fluent and effortlessly. It's kind of came out really fast. I feel like it was one of those songs that you write really quickly. And we just wrote it on the piano at first, and then about a week later we performed it live for Rockwood Hall. It was a live stream, and everybody really liked it, and we had a really fun time singing it. And ever since then, we just kept performing it live. And then we just like started to just slowly fall in love with the song more and more. And we're like, what are we doing? Let's just release a song. So that's kind of where we are now with how that process started. And yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything like overall that you think you'd like your audience to take from the song?
Kind of what Katie said earlier, just that to let them know that they aren't alone in whatever they're feeling. That's kind of what I want people to feel when they listen to any of our songs, what both of us want people to hear when they're listening to our songs, because everybody is valid in whatever they are going through. Especially a song like this, when you feel like you have the worst of the worst flaws and your life is the worst, it makes you feel alone and that nobody understands you. But our goal is that when somebody listens to the song, they think, oh, I am not alone. Somebody gets me. The song gets me. Even if they don't, have a name or a face behind it, they think, oh, this song gets me. I'm not alone.
And so further on to that, I think like in order to like heal and be yourself 100%, like you have to be aware of like the self-sabotaging you do and like the negative self-talk and the thinking like, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, I need to like hide this part of myself and pretend to be someone else, or this person's not gonna like me. Like you have to be like aware of that. And so like that's kind of like what I want also people to like get from the song is like if they're like being mean to themselves or like, because like I totally get that. And I just hope that like it will help people
gain self-awareness.
Yeah. And like understand that they don't have to hide themselves, and they can like thrive being themselves and dance and like be happy.
Yeah.
Or sad. They can just be them.
Yeah. That's a really, really great platform, I think, especially with everything going on in the world right now. Like that's an awesome thing to be promoting. Are there any other things that you guys are working on right now or moving forward towards?
Yeah. So we have a lot of cool things happening in the works that we're really excited about. We just started scoring our first feature film. So we're composing it. It's called God Save the Queens, directed by Jordan Danger. And it's got a bunch of really well-known drag queens in it that I'm so excited to meet and start working with, that both of us are. And we just started working hard on that, and we're super excited. I think that might be ready by the end of the year, so stay tuned on that. We have started live shows, thank God. So we'll be performing live July 9th at the Ridgely Theater in Fort Worth, Texas. And then we have a show July 23rd in Hollywood at Hotel Cafe. And then we have a show August 13th at the Hutton in Nashville. So we're super excited. That's what we have so far on the books, but there's probably more to come. So yeah, and everybody can, follow us on our social media. It's KTJ, the letters CARLY. And that's where we kind of post all of our, upcoming shows and new songs coming out. But yeah.
Yeah, that's so awesome. It sounds like you guys really have a lot going on.
Yeah, try to stay busy.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the film thing is amazing. The drag community is so cool. I love working with them.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. It's literally
awesome.
just so
it's
much
very
fun.
exciting.
Yeah. So you guys already have some live performances lined up, but do you have any like dream places to perform or collaborations that you like hope to do someday?
My dream collaboration is with Willow and Tame Impala. I just feel like
that like we would all
that
have
would
some major spiritual conversations.
Immaculate.
And who knows what we would create, but just to like sit in a room with them, like that would be amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like, oh my God, that would be really, really good. Is there any like particular location you guys would like dream of performing? Or, like,
Yeah, I would love
The
to.
Troubadour? Or,
Yeah, well, I would love to perform at, I think we would both, I really want to perform at like Coachella one day,
Oh, yeah,
Bonnaroo, Lollapalooza, like all the big
Mhm.
festivals. I would love to do that one
Totally.
day. I think that would be really fun. But who knows?
Yeah.
And like, I love all the, small venues too. Like, I think they're all super underrated. I think, people can say like, oh, I want to perform in Madison Square Garden, but like, yeah, I mean, we would all love to perform there, but like,
Mhm.
there's something about small venues and the intimate
It's
settings that
exactly,
you
it's
can't
so
get,
intimate and unique and
So,
different
places
every time.
like Hotel Cafe and like House of Blues and,
Mhm.
Gas Monkey Live, the Troubadour, like you said, those are really just, they're great places just because you can't get that
Mhm.
audience connection anywhere else. But I think we would love to perform at one of the summer festivals.
Yeah,
That's a big
definitely.
goal.
Well, I hope to see you there. I think that would be super cool to see.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Other than that, my last question for you is, what are you guys listening to right now? Like, what is on your guys' playlist?
Yeah, well, so I'm listening to, like, Banks just released a single, Lord just released some music. I'm listening to Paris, Pvris,
Mhm.
a lot. Their latest album, Use Me. I've been listening to a lot of Briston Maroney. He has I really like his music. It's kind of alternative, very chill. Yeah, that's kind of like what I've been listening to recently. What about you?
I always have such a hard time answering this question because like I just like listen to the most random like artists. But there's just one song that I'm like thinking of. It's called Sirens by Icarus. It's just like such a feel-good song, like, and I don't know why that's like all I can think of right now. But yeah, it's like such a feel-good song. It's like I could be really sad and then like
That is a good song.
it'll like
Sirens by
bring me
Icarus.
back and like keep me moving forward. But yeah, it's called Sirens by Icarus. Yeah, and then I listen to Willow and of course and Tame
Yeah,
Impala
Transparent
and,
Soul just came out. It's really good.
Zoo and Odessa, some classics like Amy Winehouse and
Yeah.
my brain is just like totally
That's
blank,
all you.
blank.
Yeah,
That's all I
it's
can
all
think
good.
of. But yeah.
Yeah, those are all really, really awesome artists. I love all of it. Yeah, well, that's everything that I have. But thank you so much for doing this with me. It was